So by the chiminess, you can see that I finally got my 12 string. Now, I anguished over this. I was looking at different used 12 string ads forever, trying to decide what guitar I really wanted. I kind of had my heart set on a Takamine. I was looking again at Taylors because I do like Taylors. And I think truly the only thing that I really came away with in my real needs for the guitar was that it would be a dreadnought body and of course be electric. So what did I end up with? Well, what I'm playing is an Alvarez. It's one of the Artist series. It's not an overly expensive 12 string, but it's an amazingly great sounding 12 string. And I have to say, I kind of just fell for the guitar. So I bought it used. It's another Guitar Center purchase. I actually bought it sight unseen, not that I hadn't seen and played similar guitars, but I took the risk and just had them send one out. And it's fabulous. Now, like anything, it's got issues, but I've been really lucky in buying from Guitar Centers. Now, I don't shill for anybody. I buy my stuff and I tell you what I think of it. This Alvarez guitar came to me, I would say, from being an open box at the store or having been on display for a while. This thing is really low mileage. And the joke I've always had with the Guitar Center folks is, if you look at how they tie the strings on the pegs, if they've kind of just done it before they ship it out, it's usually a disaster and you end up replacing the strings anyway. In this case, the strings are tied on perfectly, almost better than I've ever seen before. And so I'm pretty sure this is from the factory exactly as it came out. Now, I got this from, I think it was a Nashville, Tennessee Guitar Center. So I don't mean to say anything bad about anybody, but this thing it really did arrive better than I had anticipated. Now, the guitar's not perfect, and by that I don't mean anything to do now with it being from Guitar Center, but really from the Alvarez factory. And I don't quite understand the logic of it, and I'll talk about what the deal is in a second. But just from a plain, a 12 string, not like that. But just the 12 string just feels so nice on your fingers. There's just nothing to complain about. It really just does play great. Now I'm playing it down in the cowboy chord area, and this has to do with sort of I'll call it my Alvarez complaint. That might be the best way to say it. The action, in my mind anyway, is very high. At the 12th fret, it measures out 3 millimeters, 3.5 millimeters, something like that. That's really high in my mind. And what I blame it on, and I don't know if I can make this kind of sort of show up in a good way, but if you look right in here, you can see that the bridge is very, very high off the body of the guitar. And that high level is because the bridge is incredibly thick. Now on a 12 string, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of pull, there's a lot of tension from the strings. You build, things like kind of Helferstout type way. But there's lots of space on the saddle, so I'm going to be able to cut down the saddle and lower it by at least 1 millimeter without any problems whatsoever. So what I did is I ordered a Tusk saddle. Tusk is made by a company called Graphtec in Canada. It's kind of a man-made material that seems to be as good as almost everything else. And so I've kind of fallen in love with the Tusk nuts and the Tusk saddle. So that's basically what I put on all my guitars when the right time comes up. So I'll be doing that and getting it lowered down. But even right now, I can still bar chord easily, at the B level, B fret, the 7th fret. Now, I should say, one of the things I do with 12 strings, I've played with 12 strings a lot before, I just have never owned one before. The first thing I do is I do tune them down a full step. So if that C chord sounds a little bit low to you, it actually is. It's a full step down. So I have gone from E standard tuning down to D standard tuning, which is about the way I like to play the 12 string, and it works well for me in a lot of different ways. So the bottom line, I have my 12 string, and I'll be doing a lot more with it. They are wonderful to play, I have to say, and I am addicted to the chimey sound. I just think that sounds so good. my little little love sound, I guess you could sort of say it is. I just think that chiminess just sounds so wonderful. So I'll be having a lot of fun with it. If you haven't played an Alvarez, I'd love to give you some negatives. I just don't have that many. To my hands, it has a very thin profile neck. I don't know if you can really see anything with the profile of the neck, but it fits my hand beautifully. So I really do like the way this feels to me. It's kind of common that a 12 string has a little thicker neck in terms of the width. For my hands, I think that's really great. I think everything feels good. So it feels very natural to me. I don't find there's a whole lot of relearning I need to do to go from a 6 string